Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. This is something rare and special. A #1 versus #2 early in the season. Who's going to get the inside track, the early jump on that national championship chase? Because we'll see a team that made use of a bye week, the Florida Gators, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Gators will kick this deep to get us going. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long.
Get set.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Using his legs here. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
They'll test the right side here. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
The defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardell Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out.
On the set.
2nd down play coming up for this offense.
Out, 55, weak.
Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off, That'll cost him 5 yards. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. This is the 6th play on the drive.
29 Philly. 2 Griffin.
And the wideout goes in motion. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. He eludes the rush. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. 7th play now, the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, that one's picked off. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
With sloppy conditions with this rain, a lot of times I feel like if you got a quarterback that can handle the ball, it can help you out. But here you can see the ball just gets away from him, goes up into the air, and the defense sees it, comes up with an early interception.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking to throw it on first down. The sure hands. It's Sanders. Oh, what a cut, and still going. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
The back's got it on a counter. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
And the Gators will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Touchdown, Gators. This quarterback on fire today.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He'll hand it off. Powers through.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Now it's 2nd down here.
Here we go. Squirrel.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No chance to catch it.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out. It's Cooper. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Gators offense retakes the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Trying to extend the play. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
First down here for this offense. There's the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Well, a nice first down here by this running back, and what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Rett and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the run here, taking a deep shot. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hoffman. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And on the carry, he's heading left.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
On third down, he drops to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
With the return, it's Sanders. But he's got some space here. You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in pretty good field position. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. It's the spin move. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Gonna run it. It's Murphy. Breaks out of the crowd into open space. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch to the back. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Sam Bam Cunningham, Bo Jackson. That's a play that legendary running backs have made.
And let's not forget Herschel Walker. Yeah, it's right. You're thinking of old school running backs. It's very rare to see backs go up and over at the goal line. It's refreshing. Nice to see.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Hoffman. To be tackled at the 21, that's good work by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Play action here on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hoffman.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
And he's hit right as he throws it and complete.
Well, the defense does a really nice job here of not only pressuring the quarterback, but not tipping their hand with coverage. They went to double coverage, but didn't show it till late. They confused the quarterback, and they almost came up with an interception.
So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's brought down. A sack for the defense coming up big on this fourth down play.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Trying to find room. It's Murphy. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
The extra point makes it 28-7. Now they get set to kick it away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll run it here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down play coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 28, Ohio State 7.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Escapes the pocket. Tries to get loose in the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain.
Third down coming up.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Send the back in motion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. Bringing it back, it's Sanders. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. Can they catch him? And he's going to finally head out of bounds, but talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. See if they can punch it in. It's 1st and goal. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. Touchdown, Gators. This offense is still clicking.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away.
35, Ohio State, 7.
Returner decides to field it. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive.
And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. He's going to hand this off. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
Well, you can just feel the home crowd standing on their feet when this running back had a chance to start to accelerate downfield. They know exactly what this guy is capable of doing and that he can flat out go. He took off on that one.
Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Of course, a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete. So 2nd down after the incompletion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for his back. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Short pass finds the tight end. Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain. Brings up 4th down.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
Kick is up and no good. And that sums up the game so far.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the Gators offense retakes the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments, come up with a stop here? First down, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Henderson. Here's the 2nd down play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Florida. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hoffman. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Quick throw, testing the middle. The tight end makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 41. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
A gain makes it second and medium. And now the running back's got it again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
42 Spider.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
Now, fourth down.
The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. A running play called on fourth down. The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and one, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
The pass rush closing in. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Ready up.
That sack sets up a second down and long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looking to scramble now. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41.
Boy, it's second down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team.
And the Florida offense will take over first and
10.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy touches the ball, it's another big gain. This poor defense, it's just not been their day at all. What a dominant performance by this offense, on the other hand.
The Gators are in the red zone.
Pound 55 weak.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. It's an out route, the catch made.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up.
2-9 Philly. Tuna. Terrier. Pilot.
From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
And they'll set up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
The score, Florida 49, Ohio State 7.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they tackle him at the 8. The offense starts back up on this possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Some positive signs in that last drive, but it stalled. They had to settle for a punt. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, looking to throw it. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, I'd love to see this quarterback sit in there and take the hit. But, man, he's got to do a better job of recognizing where to go with the ball and just throw it away. You can't throw it into double coverage.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his big tight end. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. The Buckeyes will have to kick this away. That's his 4th punt already today. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. On the return, it's Sanders. And he's going to finally head out of bounds. But you talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Black 24. Black 20. Lasso.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, to me, I think the quarterback wanted to get this ball thrown downfield, but good coverage forces him to throw it underneath. But give an assist to the O-line, giving him enough time to be able to evaluate that coverage.
Caught quickly. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Finds the receiver wide open. And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Here's 1st and goal, a chance to really build this lead before halftime. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
Touchdown, Florida. Number 0 in the end zone.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is good as they build on this big lead.
That makes the score Florida 56, Ohio State 7.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to kick it away.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Motion now from the tight end. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a 1st down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. They go with a direct snap. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Tailback takes the handoff again. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And they tack on 3 points, but still in large deficit. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for three, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Secondary backed up off the ball now. He'll take a deep shot here. And is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Now the 40. Out past the 30. And he just steps out of bounds. A takeaway to wrap up this first half. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. Bringing it out. It's Cooper. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
First and 10.
The Florida offense retakes the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First down, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
Second down.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. The pass is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Across midfield. The 30. At the 20. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six. Potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
See if they can convert the point after.
Gator is on for the extra point.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
That makes the score Florida 63, Ohio State 10.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hoffman. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback.
Will take over first and 10.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick six. Can they recover from that right now? Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Fires it to the wideout. The QB throws his third pick of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The offense will begin now with excellent field position. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Florida. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And here's the handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a big game. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10?
Let's go!
And the back gets the football. Runs right over the defender. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Bringing pressure. He called his own number, and the freshman QB keeps this drive moving.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
And the Gators will line up on 1st and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play.
Touchdown, Gators. And the beatdown continues.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out. It's Hoffman. And he's brought down at the 16. We've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Gives it to the back. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
It's a shotgun run call. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second- and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
He's running out of time here. Caught over the middle. It's Huffman. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Receiver makes the grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Keeping it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Pass caught. And the game just good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Handoff here from the shotgun. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Ready,
Important second down play coming up.
razor, razor.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. Here's the option play. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. The Gators come to the line in the hurry up. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Get some space around the 30. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Now here comes the bunch formation.
Easy.
Looking to pass this time. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. There's another interception. We're losing track. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
And the Gators offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackled all the way down at the 25-yard line. Suddenly, they're in great position to get points.
How about that? Receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Okay, ready?
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
He's moving out of the pocket now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
The Gators move into the red zone. Try and muscle for the 1st down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where is that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
They've converted one of their 2 4th down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a 3rd attempt right here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. And he's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? He's at the 50. At the 30 now. At the 10 now. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Florida. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Oh, almost another interception. Can you believe it? It's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Ball carrier finally out of bounds, but a huge pickup by the offense to end this 3rd quarter.
With the score, Florida 84, Ohio State 10.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw again. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And looking for a big play here. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day.
But this defense is doing an outstanding job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage. That's their third interception now in the game.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll run the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Brings up second down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Here we go. Travel. Acorn.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Ortiz. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. They'll spot the ball near midfield at the plus 49. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency.
Get set.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. Not able to connect, incomplete.
I know this guy believes in his receivers, and I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there. But throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's complete downfield. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Extending the play now. Finding some room with the 25. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice game.
The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 50. Out past the 30. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. And the Gators looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking for the end zone, but not complete. Offense facing 2nd and goal.
42 Spider.
Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Touchdown, Gators. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Number 0.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
Now they'll empty the backfield on this two-point conversion.
Cut it, cut it. 3:25.
They try to run it with the option. He makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hoffman. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over. First and 10.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Oh, look at the quick cut. Finds room at the 30. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. The 30. Inside the 20. Finally brought down all the way at the 6-yard line. Puts him in great scoring position.
And this guy is as fast as there is in college football, and it's so much fun to watch him when he gets out in space with room to go. And you just know the home crowd is loving this.
So in one play, they go from being backed up to first and goal. The backs got it again. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Ready.
Second down and goal.
Alert.
The big fullback's got it here. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting, man. I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
And he knocks through the PAT. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Florida. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive.
Buckeyes will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field.
29 Philly.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Brings up second down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And he pulls in the catch.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
The offense really clicking here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Pressure is coming. Under pressure, just lets it go. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Almost another interception. Can you believe it? It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. Going to try to use his legs here. Gets into space at the 50. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a 1st down. The Buckeyes moving quickly down the field here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset. They're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
And the point after is right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Gators offense retakes the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. He's looking deep here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the 4th quarter. Run the ball. Get out of Dodge. Keep everybody healthy.
Okay, ready?
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Murphy. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They'll try the option play here. Pitches to the back. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Gators. And the route is on.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Chris, on this play, he has nobody open. It's better than taking a sack. He doesn't get intentional grounding because where he threw it, there was an intended receiver. I think there's no harm, no foul here.
Throws it to the right. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw to the left. Makes the catch downfield. And he's down after the catch at the 12. A red zone opportunity.
Chris, how about this approach by this offensive play caller? Up big, fourth quarter, and they're still taking shots downfield looking for more points. I think they're trying to rub it in here a little bit.
The Gators lining up here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And the ball to the ground. Looks like the defense has it.
Just a critical error here by this offense late in the game, working with the lead. The last thing you want to see is obviously a turnover. But give credit to this defense. They got the ball back to their own offense. Now they got a real shot.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And there's the handoff.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
sack sets up a second down and very long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Man, I don't know how he wasn't able to hold on to that football in the end zone. That's a touchdown. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for this defense. When they get to film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. What was the breakdown that almost allowed that big play?
And he'll drop back here on third down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Boy, incredible job here by this defense to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they got a chance to get back in the game.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback looking to scramble. The spin move. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock. This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Hoffman. And they get him down after the completion. And a timeout taken by the defense. 18 seconds left on the clock.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
Tackled after the completion. Offense will now set up inside the 5. Buckeyes will line up here on 1st down and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Touchdown, Ohio State. This offense cannot be stopped.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously, this game is out of reach, but again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Going for a big play downfield. Took one last shot with no time on the clock, though. This game is over. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.